All right, Paris Olympic Games, they are done, they are set, they're in the books. And for me, of course, this is my first Olympics that I'm getting the chance to actually attend, but these were some of the best Olympics that I've ever watched or experienced in my entire life. The first Olympics I ever saw was 2004 that I remember, but 2008 was really my first Olympics. But 2024 was insane. I'm going to probably maybe do a recap, a more in-depth analysis of like how this stacks up with other Olympic Games, but that's for another day. Today, I want to talk about some of my favorite athletes and favorite performances from these Olympic Games. This is not going to be an order. This is not going to be a list of whatever. It's just going to be my, athletes that I really think had some amazing performances and do deserve some highlight. So first off, Brittany Brown from the United States. She got a bronze medal in the 200-meter dash here in Paris, and she has been a warrior all throughout her career, both on and off the track. She has faced so many different setbacks, so many barriers, so many hurdles that have prevented her from being the best that she could be. But despite all that, she has always been able to come through, perform when it counts, and just as she did at the Olympics, regardless who was in the race, regardless who was not in the race, regardless if she had a fast time or a slow time or whatever it is, she delivered, got on the podium, her first Olympic medal. Huge shout outs to Brittany Brown and all that she's been able to overcome to get to this point. On top of that, Kenny B. Kenny B, one of my favorite athletes. He has been a gamer and just like Brittany Brown, a warrior despite so many different setbacks that he's faced, especially over the past couple years. He's dealt with injuries in 2022 as well as 2023 last year, but at these Olympic Games, competing in 3 events for the first time, 100, 200, 4x1, came home with another Olympic medal. Just for context, Kenny B has made all 5 USA teams since 2019, 2019, 2021, 22, 23, and 24. He has made all those teams. This year was the first time he actually made it in the 200 and the 100. 100 almost set a personal best, ran 9.88 seconds. 200 got another silver medal, 2-time Olympic medalist for Kenny B. Huge shout outs to all the work that you've been doing here, Kenny B. Amazing performances, and you deserve a lot of praise for the work that you've been putting in. Next, Daniel Roberts. Daniel Roberts, men's 110-meter hurdles, got the silver medal, finally getting an Olympic medal to build off what he did in 2023, getting the bronze medal at the World Championships. But just for context on Daniel Roberts, 2019, he made his first World Championship team. He hit a hurdle in the heats and unfortunately was disqualified. In the 2021 Olympic Games, he made it to the semifinals but was unable to progress to the final. 2022, he again hit a hurdle in the heats, but this time he fell to the track and was unable to move on. Finally, 2023, he actually changed coaches, now working with Alan Johnson that year. He got a bronze medal at the World Championships. Then this year, like I noted, he was able to get a silver medal at the Olympics. Daniel Roberts has been working, he's been fighting, and he finally has been really hitting his own, coming into his own and, hitting his stride in those hurdles. Huge shout outs to Daniel Roberts getting that silver medal at the Olympic Games. Anna Cockrell. Anna Cockrell has been one of the top athletes in the United States since 2021 when she came out of USC. At that time, she was a double threat, 400-meter hurdles as well as 100-meter hurdles. She made the finals in both of those at the US Olympic Trials to Tokyo, but she did make the team in Tokyo. She also made the team in 2023, right? And then she made the team again in 2024. So in 4 years, she was able to make 3 teams. And guess what? 2024 was the first time she was able to get on the podium. She actually made the final both times she made the team, right? 2021 made the Olympic final. 2023 made the World Championship final. And I think both times she set a personal best in each of them. But 2024 made the final once again. She didn't get a bronze medal, right? Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, Femke Bol, those are the top 2. No. Anna Cockrell got a silver medal in the 400-meter hurdles in a massive personal best, running 51 seconds. Huge shout outs to Anna Cockrell. She is one of the most, I want to say delightful, one of the most energetic and, one of the most positive athletes that we have in the sport. She is going to be a huge star as the years go on and on. Thea Lafond. Thea Lafond from Dominica, she was able to get the gold medal in the triple jump. As y'all know, of course, I've been shouting her out on my channel for so long. Since 2022, I think I interviewed her at the World Championships in Eugene. Since then, I've of course done a couple other interviews as well as, put out a story on her last December. I'm gonna be honest, of course, I knew that she was very capable of getting to the Olympic Games and getting the gold medal, but I didn't actually think this year was going to play out for Thea as it actually did, where she not only got the gold medal at the World Indoor Championships in Glasgow, she also got the gold medal at the Olympic Games, but both times she hit 15 meters, a personal best at the perfect moment. She executed when it mattered the most. And let's be real, the triple jump was very, very wide open this year, considering that Yulomar Rojas was out. Very wide open, but Thea Lafond delivered in the best moment possible. Her country of Dominica, that entire population wouldn't even fill up the stadium here in Paris, France. Wouldn't even fill up the stadium. She can't even bring enough Dominicans, maybe in the diaspora, but the amount of people in the country wouldn't be able to fill up the stadium. But she was able to get the gold medal, the first gold medal for Dominica at the Olympic Games, the first medal of any color for Dominica at the Olympic Games. Huge shout outs to Thea Lafond. She absolutely delivered. In the triple jump, actually in the long jump too, Jasmine Moore from the United States. She was arguably the greatest NCAA jumper that is in the history of the NCAA. Didn't get the Bowerman, that's for another day. But what she's now coming into is becoming potentially one of the greatest double threats in terms of the triple and the long jump that we're ever going to see in history. At these Olympic Games, Jasmine Moore was able to get a bronze medal in both the triple jump as well as the long jump. Double threat for Jasmine Moore. That has not been done since 2004. A woman getting a medal in the triple jump and the long jump. Huge shout out to her. And I think overall in the sport, the last time it was done by man or woman was 2012 with Will Clay getting a bronze medal in the long jump as well as a silver medal in the triple jump. So Jasmine Moore really cementing herself as, one of the great double threats in both the jumps. She also is the first American to win a medal at the Olympic Games in the triple jump in history. I think the first time ever. So Jasmine Moore, again, she is going to be the future of both the triple, the long jump. She has a very, very bright future. Back into the sprints, Letsile Tebogo from Botswana. I could not go without shouting out Tebogo. He has been a rising star. You can call this maybe the breakout Olympics for him, but he really did kind of come onto the scene last year with his, silver in the 100 as well as bronze in the 200. But this year at the Olympic Games, personal best national record in the 100-meter dash, 9.86 seconds. Personal best national record gold medal in the 200-meter dash, 19.46 seconds. I mean, I want to call it a personal best national record, all those accolades, but on the 4x4, he anchored Botswana to a silver medal in the 4x4, the third fastest time in history, 255.53 seconds, only behind the world record from the United States and the United States winning gold here in the number 2 time all time. Tebogo split 43.03 seconds on the 4x4. Immaculate performance, proving that he is a triple threat. Really said that he might lean into the 400, but what I love is that he is extremely young, he's extremely humble, he just doesn't like to be in the spotlight, but he definitely shows up when it counts the most. Tebogo, with his performances here at the Olympics, this is going to be a huge jump start to what is coming into the future. Let's see Tebogo. But on top of that, Rai Benjamin, speaking of that 4x4, he anchored the 4x4 for the United States just ahead of Letsile Tebogo. But before that, he got his gold medal, Olympic gold medal in the 400-meter dash for Rai Benjamin, 46.46 seconds, season's best, but the time is irrelevant. He beat out the strongest field possible, Carson Warholm, Alison Dos Santos, and everyone else. He had been getting silvers and the bronze last year and always coming up short in the 400-meter hurdles. This was finally his time. And really think about Rai Benjamin. There was a lot of pressure on him because everyone was saying, yo, Rai, you can do it. Rai, you got to do it, this, that, whatever. Even maybe some more pressure as well, because every athlete that I got a chance to speak to at the Olympic Games, almost every American athlete, they were saying that Rai Benjamin was rooting for them. Rai Benjamin was hyping them up. Rai Benjamin was getting them ready for their competition. And then when it was finally his time to compete, he delivered. Huge shout outs to Rai Benjamin for getting that gold medal in the 400-meter hurdles at the Olympic Games, which makes it even sweeter than compared to the world champs, and for anchoring Team USA to the gold medal when you know that you have Tebogo coming right behind you, but he was able to split 43.19 seconds to get the gold medal for the United States in a very, very smart tactical race. Rai Benjamin is amazing. Huge shout outs to Rai Benjamin. Building off that, on the women's side, Melissa Jefferson in the 100-meter dash and the 4x1. Bronze medal in the 100 when, for the most part, she was overlooked by a lot of people, at least when it comes to talking about getting onto the podium, right? And of course, this is going to be before a lot of the women had pulled out, like Shericka Jackson, like Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of people weren't necessarily putting her on the podium. Yes, I know, a lot of y'all were, but a lot of people weren't. And she absolutely delivered. Very calm, very even-keeled, very relaxed, always happy, regardless if she's doing well, if she's doing bad. She is always so positive, and she finally had her moment. Bronze medal in the 100, gold medal in the 4x1, leading off the Olympic 4x1 relay, just like she led off the World Championship relay in 2022. Melissa Jefferson, amazing performance here in Paris. Because I'm talking about the relays, I have to talk about Shamier Little and Vernon Norwood. First, Shamier Little. She has never made an Olympic team individually. She's been working for it, right, 2016, 2021, but she finally made it here. She didn't make it individually. She only made it in the relays, but she overperformed. She delivered in every way possible. Mixed relays, both the heats and the finals. Open 4x4, both the heats and the finals, she delivered. Every single relay leg that she ran was 49 seconds. Arguably one of the most consistent athletes at these Olympic Games. And listen, on that 4x4 final, she split 49.48 seconds, which is the fourth fastest relay leg opener that we've ever seen in the 4x4. Huge shout out to Shamier Little for really delivering when people doubted if Shamier Little would be able to, perform when it counts, right? After she did the 400 and the 400 hurdles at Olympic trials, people were like, oh, you made a mistake. You shouldn't have run the 400. You should have focused on the hurdles. Oh, you were doing so. Like, people were criticizing. No. Shamier Little, she showed up. Yes, it may not have been exactly as, I want to, be able to compete in an individual event at the Olympic Games, but she deserves so many props for what she was able to do here in Paris. On top of Shamier Little, Vernon Norwood. Y'all don't understand, Vernon Norwood, man, Vernon Norwood is a veteran. Vernon Norwood is a workhorse, but Vernon Norwood is always so positive and always an advocate for his teammates. We're talking about, he just split 43.6, 43.2, and he's giving props to Quincy Wilson. He's shouting out all these other guys. Vernon Norwood is, he's a perfect example of someone who should be a leader, right? Someone who should be able to motivate others. He does exactly that for Team USA. Same thing like Shamier Little. Mixed 4x4, heats and finals. Open 4x4, heats and finals, and he delivered. Man, I forgot to put this in the 4x4 recap that I did, but after the heats of the 4x4, he split 43.6, and I asked him, how are your legs feeling? You just split 43.6. He said, don't worry, I'm going faster tomorrow. And he did exactly that. 43.29 on that final. Listen, Vernon Norwood, since 2015 was his first World Championships, he has been putting in so much work and deserves so much praise for what he did at these Olympic Games. Huge shout out to Vernon Norwood. Oh man, whenever year in the future, please don't retire, but whatever year he does decide to retire, he is definitely going to be very, very missed. Shout out to Vernon Norwood. Marileidy Paulino in the 400-meter dash. She put her country on her back. Dominican Republic, they're well represented, right? They definitely do have a couple other athletes, but Paulino, to be able to come here, get a gold medal for Dominican Republic, the first time in the 400-meter dash, and run it in an immaculate form. 49.17 seconds, moving her to number 4 all time in the 400-meter dash. And what I really love about Paulino here was that she didn't kind of feed into all the noise. She never ran 48 seconds all throughout the season. Everyone else was dropping 48s like it was nothing, right? We saw, Natalia Kazmarek, Nikisha Price, Sydney McLaughlin-Roney, et ceter, et cetera. So many women were running 48 seconds. Nah, she was like, I'm chilling. I'm going to run an even season, more evenly paced, cater it and, really peak for the Olympic Games. And that's exactly what she did. The only time that she ran 48 seconds was in that Olympic final, where she ran a personal best, moving her to number 4 all time. Marileidy Paulino, huge shout out to the work that you were able to put in here. And still in the 400s, Quincy Hall. Quincy Hall is that dog, right? Just like he says, he is that dog. 2022, he was still competing in the 400-meter hurdles. I think he finished, 4th or 5th at U.S. trials at the U.S. Championships in 2022 in the 400-meter hurdles. At that point, he said, forget this. Wrong event. I'm going to go over to this 400-meter flat. And he absolutely delivered. 2023 got the bronze medal at the World Championships. 2024 stepped it up, got the gold medal here at the Olympic Games, 43.40 seconds to move him to number 4 all time in the event. But the time and all that, that's irrelevant, at least to me, not for the most part. What I really love about Quincy is that he trains by himself, literally by himself. His coach is in California, he's in South Carolina, and he trains by himself. Sometimes he'll FaceTime, sometimes he'll get texts, sometimes he'll get calls, but he is pushing himself to be the best that he can be. Quincy Hall, huge shout out to the work that you've done, and you are going to continue to have a very bright future. Along with Quincy Hall in the 400, Jereem Richardson and Matthew Hudson-Smith. Jereem Richardson switched over from the 200. He got a bronze medal in 2017. He moved up to the 400, got the gold medal at the 2022 World Indoor Championships. Since then, he has been grinding. And last year he got injured, right? He's been dealing with some setbacks. This year, locked in, loaded, and he was going for the 400. 43.78 seconds, finishing 4th place off the podium. If you told him that you were going to run 43 seconds in the 400, you would have said, oh, you're getting the medal, right? But it just so happens to be the fastest race in history. Jereem Richardson, he deserves so much respect, and I just have huge appreciation for what he was able to do here. On top of that, Matt Hudson-Smith, he's been breaking the British record pretty much every single week that he competes, but here, able to get that silver medal. He's been through so much adversity, so many setbacks through his career, dating back to 2015. So many injuries, ups and downs, hurdles, all that. 2016, he was in that legendary Olympic race, finished last place. Once again here, another legendary Olympic race, Matthew Hudson-Smith was able to get on the podium. First Olympic medal, huge shout out to Matthew Hudson-Smith in that 400. A few others, Akani Simbine. Akani Simbine has been a workhorse and the flag bearer for the continent of Africa. He has never gotten an Olympic or World Championship medal, either in the 100-meter dash or in the 4x1. He got his first medal here at the Olympic Games, silver in the 4x1, coming off a national record in personal best in the 100, finishing 4th place by just 100th of a second. But his team from South Africa, they were able to deliver, and he finally got on the podium. Again, he has been the flag bearer for Africa, and he has been pretty much just an inspiration for young athletes across all of Africa, from any country, not just South Africa. He has been an inspiration for them and really just an advocate to be able to put Africa on the map. Huge shout outs to Akani Simbine for getting his first medal of any color at the Olympics or the World Championships. Shout out to Masai Russell. Masai Russell in the 100-meter hurdles. Everyone kept saying that Masai Russell can't perform when it counts. She isn't experienced. She, folds in the biggest moments. Nah, she's made every single team that she's contested for since she left the University of Kentucky. Last year, made the World Championship team to Budapest. This year, made the World Indoor team to Glasgow. Then again, made the Olympic team, winning Olympic trials, and then finally capped it off with an Olympic gold medal. Masai Russell's career is just getting started. She is going to be a star, and this is just a start. Huge shout out to Masai Russell for getting that gold medal in the 100-meter hurdles. Finally, Shelby McEwen in the men's high jump. I think I interviewed Shelby in his first competition earlier this year in 2024 at the Dr. Sander Invite in New York City. Since then, he has been on the grind. Silver medal at the World Indoor Championships this year, silver medal at the Olympic Games. This is his 2nd Olympic Games. He's actually made every single, USA team since 2019 to Doha. Since then, he's never gotten onto the podium until World Indoors this year, and then until the Olympic Games here in Paris, France. Huge shout outs to Shelby McEwen and all the work that you've been putting in throughout the years, throughout, the ups and downs, setbacks, all that. You definitely deserve everything that you've gotten. So those are just some of my favorite athletes and favorite performances. There's so many more, but this is just my personal favorites, right? Just some that I really, really loved while being here in Paris, France. Let me know what your favorite performances from the Paris Olympic Games were. Again, I'm probably going to talk about the games a little bit more as we, go through the weeks. This is the Olympics. Next time is, 4 years down the line. Also, in the description, I'm going to leave some links to some of the content that some of these athletes have been putting out. So Kenny B, he did a Road to Paris, series. Masai Russell, of course, she has her own YouTube channel. Someone like Thea Lafond, she did a little documentary right before the Olympics talking about her training situation. I think even Brittany Brown, there's a link to, her story, a blog post about her endometriosis and, her journey, through it all. Definitely check all those out in the description. Again, let me know what you think about the Olympic Games and some of your favorite athletes and favorite performances that you saw. Always appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching.